It's going pretty well. Having a nice morning over here, sipping my coffee, and yeah, excited for today's orbit. Yeah, man. It's a weird place to be, huh? Um, I don't know. For me, things time feels seems to be just speeding by. I can't hang on to it enough, but um, but yeah, it's weird. The whole getting dark early thing. If you're in a part of the world that practices daylight savings time, let me tell you, it's a strange feeling. Sure does. Um, yeah, but nevertheless, we carry on. I've just like my routine of like skateboarding after work has just transferred to inside. I skate in my garage now, so um, uh, not much has changed there. Just the setting, and then yeah, everything else just kind of we carry on. Hmm. Oh no. Oh, darn it. Well, I'll fill you in on what he was talking about. Kurt was just talking about how Apollo Noir. Um, Kurt was just talking about how this weekend he was doing school photos for his kids since you know they're not a thing in provided by school this year, and working on stream layouts this weekend for his D&D stream. Not these ones, because as he mentioned, these ones will not be going anywhere anytime soon. We quite like them. Can you guys hear? Do you want to do another test, Kurt? See if the folks can hear you. Oh, okay, no worries. Yeah, everything is wired out and it's pointing to the right source, but he can also see it's not coming through. I'm dictating for him right now. Uh, yeah, he also said, "Thank you so much," and "I'm the best dev in the world." Okay, maybe not that second part, but um, we're as you can see, there's an amount of puzzlement going on right now. This weekend, uh, yeah, no. Anyway, this weekend I
What about
watched Monty
now?
Python and the Holy Grail for like the. Yeah, you can hear you now.
That is so silly because there's something going on with the
Hmm.
Elgato app. That's all right. I'm gonna stick
Um,
with this. I'm gonna roll with this for now. I ain't gonna. I'm not gonna argue. I'm not gonna fight with it. Y'all missed my whole intro. My whole spiel about time is a paradox. Talking about my kids' photo shoot yesterday for their school photos. I'm very sad. I went really far into a lot of things, and well, I mean, y'all were probably spared, but like, I didn't want you to be. Hello, how's it going? Thank y'all for joining us. So that means no one heard anything. Obina, you didn't hear me say hey. You didn't hear me ask how Dubai was. You didn't hear nothing. Ah, ah.
Oh
All right.
boy, Thursday continues. I thought Thursday was the last we'd see of it. If anybody was in the
Yo,
stream on Thursday, you know, it was a bit of a wild ride. We'll say that much.
I seem to.
In like after the fact, I remember reading about some like phone home
Yep.
issue with Apple computers,
Yep.
and we're right now that's like suspect number one for the case of Thursday's crazy, technical difficulty stream. But yeah, hopefully the all of that is behind us at this point.
Let's hope so, because otherwise you're going to be in for another rough day on Thursday. No, I'm just kidding. No, we'll have it all figured out. But yeah, this is this is the content that I mean, there's something really awesome about watching people do things they're really good at, or just watching people just get smashed by things. Both are equally as entertaining in my opinion. And right now, I am getting smashed by my audio, but I'm very curious to know what's going on with you, wavelength. And I hope my audio sounds okay. I had to like switch to
Mm.
like some random audio import. Can you hear me now? Yeah, it should be working. Good. If you hear a bunch of background noise, you can blame Elgato. And you know, tweet at them and tell them how upset you are. Yeah. But anyway, just kidding. Oh, if y'all don't notice, if you look at my mic and then you look at Blade's mic, his
We're
mic,
mic
do you
buddies.
notice any similarities? Oh, we are now mic buddies. We're working on a best practice kind of guide, not really best practice, but like a kit, like a AV kit for folks who are on the team.
Hmm.
And this is us slowly starting to assemble those pieces, right? And what are you waiting on? The camera? He's got the lights going in the background. Check it out. You'll
Yeah,
see them
man,
lights.
that's right.
Yeah. I think it's just your camera you're waiting on. There they are. Is that accurate?
Yep. Still waiting on the camera. Still waiting on. With the camera comes another light strip. And but that's pretty much it.
Oh, that's right.
The
The light
camera
strip.
the camera is the last piece of the puzzle. And
Wah-ba-ba.
the wall plug for the camera is on back order. So right now that's the only thing holding this up.
Nice.
But I'm telling you, once I get that camera, we're gonna be our both of our video and audio streams should be on par with each other, and it'll be a wonderful day.
It will be. I can't wait. I'm
Yes.
so excited for you.
Celebrations will be had.
Oh yeah. We're just gonna stream. We'll do we'll just start streaming like 24/7. Marcelo Jr. 92. Thank you for the follow. Shout out. Oh, and then I put it in chat, but I just wanted to say it that Setamiojo. Gonna go with that. That's as close as it can get. We're really glad that you're with us too, and thanks for hanging out with us to find out what's going on in the world of GraphQL. So yeah, I feel like I have sucked away enough of your time without talking about GraphQL. I do want to get into it. Oh, but there was something else that didn't GraphQL, but I thought was important and cool, and now I can't remember what it is. Was it? It doesn't matter if I think about it. I'll let you know. But I'm sure whatever it was, figured out. Oh, we're building a SkateSpot app on Launchpad now, which I think is particularly fun, exciting. I'm very excited about that project. It's not what it was, but anyway, I'm gonna leave it there. Let's just do this.
Yeah.
Let's get into some stuff. What do you think about that?
Hey, thanks, Obina. Yeah, it's pretty snazzy.
It is snazzy.
I do agree.
I don't have one. I mean, I got this. I'm channeling my Bay Area, this Patagonia.
Oh yeah.
You know, this thing is super comfy and warm. It's my favorite hoodie by far. And then the thing I love about it is the actual hood. It's like got like that sewn in like extra thing at the top. Like, oh, it's just so big. I can just get all up in here, disappear. It's comfy. It goes over my headphones without any issue.
You can get two heads.
Two heads for the price of one. Yeah, and I can, yeah, exactly. This is actually how I spend about 90% of my day, like this. How I work. Nice look.
That's a picture of comfort right there.
It really is. It's nice. And I'm like, oh, here I go writing my crappy code. Yeah, speaking of, I tweeted today about my crappy code.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, so
do you want to kick off our stream of links with an original tweet?
Oh, okay. Yeah, you know what? Why not? Let me go dig it up.
Why not? People need to see this.
People do need. Here we go. Going for it. All right. So, boom. Oh, I need to make this. All right, let me flip this over.
Very smooth.
Yeah, there we go. So I tweeted today. So you need a little bit of context. Donald Trump tweeted this morning, "I won the election."
Oh my God. Dude.
Yeah, he tweeted, "I won the election," and below it said like, you know, like officials, like called the election differently is what it says below it. And I couldn't help myself. So I put, "I'm a good developer," and then put official sources rate his skills differently.
Oh man. Yeah, I like it. That's some good satire right there.
I thought that was pretty clever. I had a lot of fun with it. Yeah, so I figured I'd share that with you. Oh,
got the writing style down.
Oh yeah. What's up, Patrick? How's it going? Thank you for joining us. Yeah, so I guess, you know, that was fun to start off with. But since we're flipped over here, I'm actually going to jump over to Twitch because our first thing that I wanted to talk about involves the Apollo channel. Oh, we're going to be live. Please be me. Perfect. So there's going to be some inception. So let me scroll past this. What I'm looking for is videos. How do I get to our videos? Can I not do that while we're live? Can I go to /videos?
Yeah, you should be able to.
Cool, I did. That worked. Okay. So long story short is the Apollo Day was last week. It was an event focused on GraphQL and React specifically, like so more towards the front end. But I took the Apollo Day and cut out all of the talks into highlights. So
amazing.
Yeah, they're not up on YouTube just yet. They will be any day, but if you weren't able to make it, you can come right down here and see each individual talk all wrapped up for you. And yeah, that was it. That was my first item. And then we got like a joke in there as well. But why don't we grab something else? Let's see what else we got. Well, real quick, like I just want to talk about holiday because there was a lot of good content. What do you? What was your favorite part about Apollo Day?
Boy, I mean, the whole thing was awesome. I have a few highlights. One, my buddy Dom emceed the thing.
Yeah.
That was his first emceeing gig, and I thought he knocked it out of the park.
Oh, good.
So that was just like fun as a friend to see your buddy up there doing his thing. You know, that felt really good. I really liked Monica's talk about MDX. I feel like this is something that we haven't talked a whole lot about on stream, but it's something that's near and deep. It's a topic that's near and dear to my heart,
Mine too.
And it was great to see that topic up there. It was great to see Monica on the Apollo stream,
Yeah.
Fellow party corgi.
Yeah.
Like just that. Yeah, those are like the two things that come top of mind for me.
Yeah, yeah. I also really enjoyed that talk on MDX. Monica does a great job explaining. So I just, anytime I get to see her present, I'm always a huge fan. And yeah, like I love MDX too. A lot of the stuff that we do involves MDX. I see MDX like the potential of what it can do. Like I feel like it's another part where we're just scratching the surface. And then second, and maybe I'm a little biased because I was in it, but I really enjoyed the product announcement. So if y'all missed that, there is a new feature for Apollo Studio, which lets you use Explorer, which is inside of Studio, with local graphs. And so I would definitely check that out. If all I said doesn't make sense, like basically, it's like Explorer's like graphical or GraphQL Playground with a lot of other features built into it. And you can use that with like a local graph, meaning like I just spin up an API, or maybe it's an existing one, but I'm running it locally on my machine. I want that Explorer experience that I get with like my production graphs and stuff, but I want to do that locally, and you can do that now. So awesome IDE. I call it an IDE. Explorer is basically like a query, a GraphQL IDE for like query planning, query building, sharing, and stuff. So it's really cool. Oh, thank you. Yeah, so definitely check that out. And then, yeah, I would say those are probably my two highlights. If I had to squeeze in a third, it's going to be Scott's talk on productivity and tooling. Again, I put Explorer in the same bucket. I feel like we're just scratching the surface of tooling in GraphQL, just much like we're just scratching the surface of like what MDX can do for us. And it's just like such an amazing time to be a developer. But like all jokes aside,
what a time to be alive.
Right, for real. Yeah, but it really is a really cool time to be experimenting with these technologies and building things with them. It's changing the way we think about a lot of stuff. And I love it. So yeah, those were probably my biggest highlights.
Cool. Yeah, and folks in chat, anybody who happens to be there watching live, if we missed anything that stood out to you, please let us know what your favorite parts of Apollo Day were. It was a really fun event, and we definitely hope to do more. Or we're not gonna stop at hoping that we're gonna do more. We're just gonna do more. So we got a lot more content like that around the corner, but
absolutely,
I'm really interested to know what all of your favorite parts
absolutely
were.
And while we wait for that, I'm gonna flip us over to our next item, or whatever you want to call it, bit of news for today, which is the Netflix tech blog has a new post from Tejas Chikare, I believe. So they released a part 1 in a blog post series about kind of how they're scaling with Federation. I'm not going to go through this because it's a bit heavy, but if the idea of scaling GraphQL and understanding Federation and kind of the benefits or what that might look like is interesting to you, well, what's up, buddy? Then definitely come check this out. It was a really great read. I learned a lot. And yeah, I think that you'll enjoy it. So, and they also have fun diagrams and stuff. So, always helps me. Like, I love having the text along with the visual aids. That's something that helps me absorb information a lot better. And they just cover the topics, very well. They go through, everything, like roadblocks they hit, things they did to work around it. So very like, what I love about it is like an honest portrayal of what their experience is like using Federation, using Apollo Studio. And then this will kind of be like a nice roadmap for folks as far as like, well, if I'm planning to, what's my experience? So
Mhm.
absolutely cannot wait for part 2. I am dying for that to come out. We'll see how that goes.
Well,
But
that's
yeah,
really cool. I think a fun little exercise you can do with this blog post is if you read it or as you're reading it, um, if you yourself own a Netflix subscription, to actually like use the app and like as you're reading about the different ways that they've implemented federation, to actually
yeah,
like use the Netflix app and witness what federation looks like from a user's perspective too.
yeah,
Because this is a tool that is really accessible. A lot of people have it, and it's kind of fun to know that for a lot of us, the same tools that we use in our day to day and in the web projects that we build are being used in this super ubiquitous tool, Netflix. and
absolutely.
uh and that it's a fun little little exercise we can do tonight when we're all settling down to watch some Netflix.
Yeah, and it was really cool to just kind of get like a little bit of insight into like how content comes to life inside of Netflix, because this is for the Netflix studio. So the team that they work on, and the Netflix
Mm.
studio is like for internal Netflix shows and movies or content that they produce on their own. So like it talks like a little bit about what the life cycle of that looks like, and like how GraphQL helps them move fast and have like these quick turnaround times from getting from pitch to the content being on service. And so I just thought that was really neat to see. Like, I always love seeing, much like you said, clicking around on Netflix, like the real world application of like these technologies and the things that
Hmm.
they empower and allow you to do. So thought that was very cool. Definitely worth checking out. Yeah. Yeah. I think I might just keep us here, voices only. We'll just be the voices in your head while I go grab the next URL. Because,
Ooh,
like, yeah,
sure.
yeah. While I grab the link, why don't you hit them with some ASMR, maybe like keyboard clacks or
Well, I gotta say, I just on the subject of Netflix, while you grab the other URL, um, I watched on Netflix this weekend Monty Python and the Holy Grail
oh,
for maybe the 50th time. It
so
is
good.
just it is a
Oh my
masterpiece,
god.
truly.
It's just, wait, what is it? Is he saying it's a bunny or a rabbit? Like the, um,
Yeah,
is it called a bunny? What is it called? It's just a little
it's just a
bunny.
bunny.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mean behind the bunny? No, it is the bunny.
Yeah, that is probably my favorite part of that whole movie. Kill it with the holy grenade or something like that, right? Don't they do
Yeah,
like I need to go watch it. I haven't seen it in
yeah,
forever. I think
yeah.
that
They
and the
have to they
Black
have to
Knight.
read the documentation for the holy hand grenade.
That's it. That's it.
Thou
That's it.
shalt count to 3,
Yeah.
not 4, not 5. Yeah, my favorite
3.
scene is the one where there's the prince who is who's in the like top of the castle tower, and his dad is making a
Yes.
like oh marry somebody, and the guards don't understand
Yeah.
the orders to like, listen, you keep him in here until I come back. Right, we are to keep him in here unless you or anybody else no, not anybody else, just me.
Just
Right.
me. That's amazing. Ugh. And then the coconuts, right? Don't they like hop around with
Mm,
coconuts for the horse clopping? Is that
yes.
okay? All right.
How did
Ugh.
you get coconuts in England?
Yeah. Perhaps an
This is a
African
temperate
swallow.
zone.
Yeah.
Coconuts are a tropical fruit.
Okay. All right. All right. I digress. Folks, guess what else happened only 8 hours ago?
What?
WordPress GraphQL,
Oh,
the
snap.
V1 is here. So yeah, that which is amazing. So you could check out the plugins. You can check out the announcement. Let me just crack this open so I can get the link. I'm gonna
8
grab
hours
that.
ago?
Drop it 8 hours ago. They just said it.
Mhm.
8. Look, folks, we are scouring the internets at all times of day and night, curating
I am
this content.
honestly, dude, I'm thoroughly impressed that this means that Jason Ball was up. He lives in Colorado.
Yeah,
Okay, this means he was up at 2 a.m. launching launching WP GraphQL. Shout out to Jason Ball real quick.
shout
That
out.
guy is a power player in our industry, and he does not get
Really is.
enough love. Um,
Seriously, does so much. The
he
Gatsby
works
plugin.
full time at
Oh,
Gatsby, and he's putting out open source software like WP GraphQL. Yeah, the guy is a monster.
yeah, and it's awesome. And so, if you don't know what this means, so the GraphQL plugin for WordPress, because this is not for Gatsby, this is like for WordPress, meaning
Mhm.
you can install this plugin in WordPress and expose all of your content through a GraphQL API. So I just want to make that clear. Whereas the Gatsby plugin is, well, I don't know how it works now because it might also use this plugin, but it used to
Mhm.
be that it was calling to the REST API and then would put that into
Right.
GraphQL inside of Gatsby. This is not the same thing. This means that anyone who can auth to your WordPress instance can use GraphQL as well to query all of that data.
Yeah,
What?
or
Oh, is
depending
your
on your
favorite
WordPress
color?
setup,
Yeah.
it can be what is your favorite color? Green. No, blue. Ah! Um, yeah, I mean, like depending on your WordPress setup, this could just expose a public GraphQL API too. If that's what you're after,
Yeah,
if you want to curate data using WordPress as a content management system and expose it over GraphQL,
publicly.
you can do that. It's framework agnostic.
Yep.
It's just GraphQL TM.
Yeah.
And yeah, and it actually works really well with the new version of the Gatsby WordPress source, and enables amazing things like hot content reloading. So we're all familiar with
Ooh.
hot code reloading, where you make some edit to your source files and your bundle rebuilds and updates your code in
Yep.
place. With WP GraphQL and the new upcoming Gatsby WordPress source, you get hot content reloading. So you make a change in WordPress, and it notifies Gatsby of the change and updates your content in place. It's amazing.
Oh,
I
wild.
gave a short talk about this at at Gatsby Days back in, I forget when that was, but yeah, it's an amazing thing. That this is actually the technology that we use on the Apollo blog. So you can take it from us. It is good stuff.
Take it from us. It's good stuff. I love it. What kind of endorsement? Best kind. Boom. It really
Mhm.
is. It's awesome. It's a game changer. It's, I love seeing this GraphQL adoption across these large frameworks that are used by a huge part of the web. We flipped that over to the e-commerce side, and Magento now has a GraphQL plugin as well. And so, really amazing. Definitely
Mhm.
check it out. Just like this awesome video by the one and only. Wait, is this your video, right? Yes.
Oh, the link that I just posted in chat is like the talk that I was referencing. So yeah, I talk about this plugin, and you can see the hot content reloading in action towards the end of this talk, if you're interested.
Yeah.
Um, we won't bore you with it on stream, but if you want to check it out later, you're more than welcome to. Hey, look at that
Look at
good
that.
looking team right there.
Look at that. Look at those folks. Heyo. Nice. Yeah. But yeah, it's again the proliferation, I think that's the word I'm looking for, of GraphQL excites me. I really feel that, a few years down the line, majority of API calls will be made via GraphQL, and a lot of things that aren't API calls will also be done with GraphQL. Look at Gatsby. That's not an API call, right? That's in memory on
Mhm.
your
It's like
uh
internal GraphQL.
yeah, it's internal GraphQL. And like, GraphQL, We look at dgraph as a DSL for querying from a database. Neo4j does this as well,
True.
right?
Yeah.
So it's like it's people are recognizing that like it goes beyond across the wire communication and just is a great language for communication. Period.
Mhm.
It's awesome. I love it. As someone who loves the idea and theories of communication, fun fact, I believe that literally like everything, almost everything, is in fact communication. And if something is not working properly,
Ooh.
could be boiled down to a communication problem. And can't convince me otherwise. But like everything, literally
You heard
everything.
it first here, guys. Everything is communication.
Everything.
That peanut butter jam sandwich on your plate in front of you that you're munching on right now,
Communication.
that's communication. That's
It
right.
is. It is.
I speaking of which, I have to communicate that my battery on my computer is at 14%. I gotta go grab my computer charger
Oh,
for my
snap.
girlfriend real quick.
Well, while you do
I'll
that,
be right
I'll
back.
grab a link.
You can carry on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
please.
So what do we got next, folks? But yeah, if you have any questions about this whole communication theory, hit me up because that is also communication. But let's see, what do we got coming up next? Let me flip away and let's take a look. Oh, this is a great article from Moon Highway. So let's open it up and then I'll grab this link, which is the article. And oftentimes you want to experiment with GraphQL.
Powering up my computer.
You want to experiment with GraphQL. And you need an API, right? Like maybe you want to do something like build a client or test something out. And you want a pre-existing API. You don't want to have to build it yourself. I actually experience this a lot on stream because I might want to build a client with like React Native or something like that to show something off, but I don't want to build an entire backend API. Long story short, the lovely folks at Moon Highway, even Alex, have put together a curated list of these GraphQL APIs, and you could just dive in, start using them immediately. So we've got one from SpaceX, and these are all open. And so you could just use them. The original Swappy, I forget what Swappy, oh, Star Wars, that's right, the Star Wars API. You have GitHub, which you would need an access token but it is a free API. And if you have a GitHub account, you can create a personal access token. So it's really not like behind too much auth, but you would need to do something. Rick and Morty is another one. You have OneGraph, which again, you would log in, but they make it very easy to work with this API locally as well. They even give you code snippets for like everything you need to figure out. And
what is OneGraph? What does OneGraph give you? Like what is that?
So OneGraph is like kind of the idea of like a single graph, all of the world's data behind. Let's go look because OneGraph is awesome. All clom. I wonder if it is .com. Boom, OneGraph, perfect. Yes. So
you mean it's not OneGraph.clom? That's weird.
Yeah. Clop. So essentially it joins together. It's like an integration API, integration between a bunch of third-party services that you would need to use. So we look at Stripe, YouTube, Twitter, Shopify, like all these other different things. And then you can use them. So if we go to the docs, let's take a quick look. And it works with like a lot of clients and stuff that you might use. So like you could use it with Urkel or with Apollo, some other stuff. Actually, Patrick, I don't know if you're still in chat, wrote an awesome article about like kind of like really what it boils down to is being able to like use federation with like third-party schemas or local schemas, schemas you don't have access to, so you can't like add the proper directives to, essentially is what it boils down to. But with this, you could use OneGraph and GraphCMS and a couple other things and tie them all together if you wanted to.
Wicked.
Wicked. It is wicked cool. It gets really powerful. What I was looking for was like support, but this might be support for that. Yeah, no, that's not. Back out. Goodbye. I kind of wanted to show like all the different services that you can use, like what they have included. and I don't really see that anywhere, but it's a lot of services. I don't really know where to go to show you the list, but I guess, oh, here we go. Third-party services, Stripe, Salesforce, Zendesk, Twitter, GitHub, and more. So if you're there, you could go try it out. Yeah, it is really cool. It's very powerful. Why did we issue this refund? Accidental subscription. Boom. And then, yeah, so, oh, services. Here we go. I guess I should have just scrolled some more. So they're constantly adding more services. So here we've got Versal, Twilio, Gmail, Slack. So it's pretty neat. Puts it all behind a GraphQL API for you, allows you to interact with these. So that's kind of what that is. Yeah, which is awesome. And yeah, so that's a lot of open APIs for you to go and check out, and to make your life a lot easier. You know, you want to test like something on a client, you know, or maybe you're experimenting with something, or you want to build a demo app for a workshop or something. Boom, get access to
free GraphQL APIs, baby. That's what
it's all about. That is what we are all about. I keep going in the wrong direction. I'm trying to get to my next link. Oh, which is our last. Actually, I have one thing I want to interject real quick before we do this link, because I forgot to write it down, but I want to get to it. So actually, let me flip back over here and go to Apollo. And oh, I already had Apollo open. Silly me. I want to go to the blog. Our very own Khalil has been extremely hard at work working with the community to get a lot of awesome blog posts out over the last few weeks, more than I could just add as a list here on their own. We've got the evolution of GraphQL at scale by Andy Roberts, which was actually going to be our next topic, but I figured I'll jump in here and do this. So let me copy the link address for y'all and drop it in chat. This is a really awesome blog post. You know, just kind of talking about evolution of GraphQL at scale. I guess I'll let it go at that, but check it out and kind of like get the behind the scenes story of like what that looks like, right? Like how does it look to grow it? But there's been a lot of other awesome stuff added as well. So building a Next.js app with Apollo client and /GraphQL. This is actually a stack that I am super interested in, which is really just like Next.js, Apollo client, and some sort of managed GraphQL, whether that's /GraphQL, which is a managed service, AWS AppSync, or something like that, Hazura. So this is a pretty flexible stack that will allow you to get up and running with projects really quickly. And I've just been really interested in getting into Next. It's something I'm not very familiar with, and I think it's time I dedicate some time to it. So definitely something to check out. And then also this one, caching strategies in federated GraphQL architecture. So this is also another really great blog post dealing with caching. And actually, we have a stream about this very topic tomorrow. So tune in tomorrow, 3 o'clock. And we're going to be doing that. I'll be tweeting about that here in just a little bit. Negative IQ viewer, thank you for the follow. But I bet it's probably a pretty high IQ.
Well, your IQ just got raised by one point by following. So now you're at, I don't know what.
Yeah, you can
0 IQ.
Exactly. You can get the experience. Yeah. So just come check this out, folks. A lot of blog posts all being dropped over the last few weeks. And there's just like content has been really exploding here. So definitely go check that out. And I think that's all the links that I have. So I guess I'm curious, chat, have you got anything that we didn't cover that you've seen recently? Throw it in here. Oh, I covered it last week, but not this week. GraphQL Galaxy is a conference coming up in December. Our own Danielle Mann will be speaking there, as well as I think another Apollo teammate might possibly have a lightning talk. I need to confirm that. But there could potentially be 2 Apollo folks there giving some talks. But yeah, definitely check that out. And trying to think of anything else aside from like upcoming streams we got, which are ticking across at the bottom of the stream. So definitely check those out. Blades, you got anything else?
Why don't you tell the folks more about the Federation stream tomorrow and what they can expect? Or I mean, is it going to be you? Is it going to be? Are we going to have a guest on stream?
Yeah. That's a good point.
What can we expect?
So it's going to be myself and Kyle Schrade from StockX. Oh, I think I just messed up your last name. I believe I asked you and it wasn't Schrade. I think I pronounced that wrong. I apologize. But long story short, yes. And so StockX has been using Apollo for quite some time, GraphQL a little over a year. They're using Federation. They've got a bunch of microservices. And what he's going to do is walk us through like a literal how-to. We're going to set up federated graph. And we're going to look at caching strategies at different parts within the API, working further and further into your GraphQL services. So we're talking about like caching at the edge, and then what does it look like to caching behind like your gateway, and then caching inside the individual services, and like what is that story like? Adding each one more layer of cache to get to that point where you're really caching things about as much as you can be. So it should be very interesting. And then also on Thursday or Thursday, let me go look. I gotta open up the old calendar. I can't remember. That is Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday morning. Yeah, so Wednesday morning, we're gonna have another one, and we're gonna go beyond content management with GraphCMS. So we're gonna take a look at what you can do with GraphCMS, some of the awesome things that they've got coming up. So it should be pretty exciting. I'm definitely excited, to say the least. I hope that y'all are as well. Ooh. Yeah, and I hope y'all join us. But yeah, those are the biggest. And then Thursday, we've got Launchpad. And if you don't know,
yes, our adventure continues.
Yeah, it sure does.
Hopefully, we get a better shake of the stick this time.
One would hope.
Yeah, I mean, I think that somebody in stream mentioned this, and despite all of the technical difficulties and the shortcomings of our attempt last Thursday, we still made a little bit of progress. Like we still got our Amplify app set up. We got our Expo app installed, set up. We have a little Hello World running. Like we didn't make as far or as we didn't make progress as deeply as we were hoping to, but we still made progress, and I'll take it.
Absolutely. I think we got pretty far, and to be honest, with all of the issues that we hit, which were outside of the technologies themselves, like getting Expo going, very simple. Getting Amplify in and installed, very simple. Those things only took a matter of minutes. Most of the issues were just my computer just like dying.
Right.
And even with that, facing nothing we can do there. And even with that, we were still able to get a project bootstrapped, set up, and we added auth. We didn't do the front end for it, but like we even have authentication ready. We're ready to start building our API. We're gonna be able to hit the ground running on Thursday. We actually did quite a lot of bit of stuff in an hour and a half, regardless of technical issues. If that was just how I spent an hour and a half and I came out with what we came out with, I'd be very happy as a developer.
Yeah, we should be happy.
Yeah.
As developers.
Yeah. And I'm a good developer. Official sources have rated his skills differently.
All caps.
Nothing stops the Graph Gang. Not even Tim Apple. Oh my gosh, I can't.
Oh my gosh.
You can't stop us, Apple. Yeah.
Tim Apple.
That's amazing.
I forgot about that, man. Oh god.
Yeah, that was a good time.
That gets me.
Yeah. But yeah, folks, that's it. That is a wrap for us. So I think unless anyone has any last minute links you want to drop, maybe we look for someone to raid or something, and then we can get on out of here. Yeah. Yeah,
I'm down. So I've got two rating candidates here, and I'll just tell you, we got Code and Joy talking about React and TypeScript and with state management.
Ooh.
And we have Aro Giante working on a real-time strategy game using Phaser and JavaScript.
Ooh. Phaser. I don't even
So
know what
both
that
both
is.
could be. Phaser is like a 2D
Game app.
game engine, yeah,
Cool. That's awesome.
for
Ooh,
JavaScript.
that's tough.
So those are my suggestions. Chat, if you have an opinion, we'll go 1 for TypeScript state management and 2 for building an RTS game. Have at it.
Have at it. Oh goodness, I'm so hungry. I haven't eaten today. My stomach is like growling. Can y'all hear that on stream? Like, I bet if I put my stomach near the mic, you'd be able to hear it. It's like,
What are you gonna make?
oh, I'm gonna make a breakfast burrito.
A fresh plate of communication. All right, we got a vote in for 1.
Oh yes, I'm having.
This might be a landslide victory, you guys.
I'm gonna have a communication burrito, hot sauce.
All right.
Breakfast
With
burrito.
communication sauce.
Yeah, with communication sauce. Yeah. But I am gonna make some peppers and onion in the pan, throw in a couple eggs, which is not vegan, but sometimes you gotta break the rules. But yeah, I want like a big old breakfast. So.
All right. Sounds good to me. I've got my breakfast right here. I'm
Smoothie.
3/4 of the way done. Smoothie. Nothing changes.
My blender
around
broke. We got to get a new one. I haven't been able to smoothie in a little while. So I've been like eating lots of oatmeal.
Sorry,
yeah, and I just need a switch. Like, I can't do oatmeal again today. The thought of it is just like, ugh, I'm over it. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna treat myself. Treat yourself.
Treat yourself, dude.
It.
Just get yourself a breakfast burrito.
Oh, I'm gonna.
But as for us guys, that is it. We're gonna go with Code and Joy.
I love it.
Making some state management in TypeScript and React.
I
hope you guys have a great week.
Yeah.
Great rest of your Monday, wherever you are. Kurt, any last words?
Just I'll see you in our future streams this week, hopefully. And thank you so much, y'all. Love having you here. All right. Yeah, I will enjoy my brekkie. Later, Zandy. Bye, everyone. Peace out.